So you've built an amazing application, you've put it online, and now the whole world can see it. That's awesome. But how do you stop the wrong people from walking right in the front door? Today, we're diving into AWS's Web Application Firewall, or WAF, and the two very different kinds of guards it uses to protect your digital doorstep. Just think about it for a second. Your app is live 24/7. It's constantly facing this stream of connections from all over the globe. Some are customers, but a whole lot of them are automated attacks and sneaky scans. So it's a pretty important question, right? Who is actually guarding your front door? Who's making those split-second calls on who gets in and who gets blocked? If you were trying to secure a real-life fortress, you wouldn't just hire one type of guard and call it a day. That wouldn't make any sense. You'd need specialists, right? The exact same idea applies to your digital fortress. The best, most solid defense always uses two different teams, and each one has its own special skills. That's really the secret we're going to unpack here. And here they are. Let's meet our two security teams. On one side, you've got the global experts. Think of them as a hired, high-tech security firm that has intelligence feeds from all over the world. And on the other side, you've got your in-house team. These are the folks who know every single quirk, every secret passage, every specific rule of your building. In the world of AWS WAF, these are your managed rules and your custom rules. Okay, let's start with that first line of defense, the global security firm. These are the experts on the front lines, the ones who've seen it all before and are always scanning the horizon for the next big threat. So what exactly are managed rules? Well, the easiest way to think about them is like security in a box. They're these pre-built rule sets, crafted and constantly updated by the pros over at AWS and other major security companies. What that means for you is you get all the benefits of their massive global threat intelligence without having to become a full-time security researcher yourself. And these experts, they're on the lookout for the greatest hits of web attacks. They're trained to spot the nasty stuff like SQL injection, where attackers try to mess with your database, or cross-site scripting. All the common vulnerabilities that make up the infamous OWASP Top 10. They're also your best defense against those huge armies of malicious bots and scanners that are just constantly hammering away at your app. So the bottom line here is that managed rules give you this automated, up-to-the-minute protection against all the widespread common threats out there. It's basically like having a global intelligence agency safeguarding your app around the clock, so you don't have to. But here's the thing. That global intelligence can only get you so far. While those experts are busy handling all the common attacks, you also need guards who know the unique layout of your fortress. And that brings us to your in-house team. In AWS WAF, this is where custom rules come into play. So unlike the managed rules, custom rules are the ones that you build. This isn't off-the-shelf stuff. These rules are tailored by you specifically for your application and your unique business logic. You are the architect for this entire layer of defense. And this is where things get really powerful, because you can start to enforce your own specific policies. For example, say your business only operates in North America. Well, with a custom rule, you can just block traffic from everywhere else. Worried about someone trying to guess passwords? You can rate limit login attempts from a single person. And you can, and you absolutely should, block all public access to sensitive spots like your admin pages. See? Custom rules protect what makes your application unique. Your global security firm has no idea that your /admin page should only be accessible from your office's IP address. But your in-house team does. And a custom rule is exactly how you enforce that kind of specific insider knowledge. So you might be thinking, okay, which one should I use? But that's the wrong question. It's not about choosing one or the other. Real, robust security comes from putting both of these guards on duty at the same time. Here's how they work together so beautifully. The managed rules act like a giant filter. They take care of the thousands and thousands of common, noisy, low-level attacks. And that frees up your custom rules, your specialized in-house team, to focus all their attention on protecting the really specific, high-value parts of your business that only you know about. All right, let's just do a quick side-by-side to lock this in. On one hand, you've got managed rules. They come from the experts, AWS and other vendors. They're best for blocking all that common stuff, and their huge benefit is they just slash your security workload. On the other hand, custom rules. They come from you. They're built for your specific logic, and their job is to enforce your unique policies. They're really two sides of the same security coin. Okay, before we wrap up, I've got one last super important point.
This is a classic gotcha that trips a lot of people up when they're first setting this stuff up, and honestly, it can accidentally leave the door wide open if you're not careful.
And this is so critical. Just turning on those global experts is not a one-click and you're secure solution. Not at all. Managed rules are incredibly powerful, for sure, but sometimes they can be a little too aggressive and might end up blocking legitimate customers by mistake. Your job is to monitor them, test them, and really tune them so they fit your application's unique traffic patterns perfectly. They're a starting point, not a finish line. So at the end of the day, your strongest defense is always going to be a partnership. It's that powerful combination of the broad, global intelligence you get from managed rules working hand in hand with the deep, specific knowledge that you encode into your custom rules. So I'm going to leave you with this question, and I want you to really think about it for your own applications. It's fantastic to have those global experts on patrol, absolutely. But have you taken the time to write down and, more importantly, enforce your own house rules? Because that partnership is where true security really comes to life.